Hello everyone, this is GM Var Akobian with 1000 GM and welcome to the round 3 coverage of the Bay Area GM and IM Norm tournaments here in San Jose, California. We have had 2 exciting rounds so far, especially in the IM section. IM section is absolutely decisive. We have 8 decisive games after the last 10 games played, so it's amazing to see these decisive results by this player. So IM section, we have 80% win and losses, only 2 draws so far. In a GM section, things are a little bit more close. We had 1 win in a round 1 by Kunka Harshit, and in round 2 we had wins for Belarus, wins for Mark Hyman and Alexander Katz. So round 3 is going to be very exciting. We're going to have round 3 is going to be very exciting because we're going to have some very important matchups here. Alexander Ostrovsky playing with the white pieces against Alexander Katz. Okay, so let's take a look. D4, knight f3, bishop says. So again, once again, gentlemen, we have a delay, so that's why we see the round has started a little while ago, but we're using a little bit of delay, so that's why we are getting the moves a little bit later. There is a 10-minute delay and moves should arrive soon. So bishop c4, and we have an Italian defense here in our hands. Can you please give me thumbs up if you hear me clearly? If the sound is okay, let me know. Our listeners in the chat, you can say if you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. We're using some good camera, so hopefully the sound is okay as well. Okay, so all right, so bishop c5 played, and here we're still waiting on a move. We're still waiting a move from Ostrovsky. Is he gonna castle here? Is he gonna play c3, or he's gonna play d3? That's the question that is still remaining at this point. So let's move on to the next game. Josiah Stirman playing with the white pieces against Vladimir Belarus. I can tell you guys this game ended in a draw because Belarus was happy with the draw and Josiah is coming off 2 losses. He wanted to stop the bleeding and made a draw here to get on the scoreboard. So this game is officially over. Josiah drew against Vladimir Belarus. Then on board number 3 we have Mark Hyman coming off a strong win against Samruk Narayanan, and Mark is doing well here. I talked to his brother and he told me this could be his last move. This could be it for Mark Hyman. He can get that last IM norm and maybe even try to GM norm. You never know. So that's basically what he's trying to do. He's playing against Harshit Kunka, and Harshit chose the Karokan defense, and we have the advanced variation of the Karokan, and rookie 1 is played. At some point we're probably going to see the move bishop d3. White has a little bit of a space advantage, so definitely pressing here. So we'll see if Mark can try to win another game today. Then down on board number 4 we have very strong grandmaster, also the veteran perhaps, Emilio Cordova from Peru. Peru's number 1 player for a long time, but now he's maybe number 2 behind Jorge Corre. And now let's see what we have. We have some Reti setup by Cordova, and then he says, you know what, I want Catalan. So he goes for the Catalan defense, and now takes knight a3. He wants to take the pawn, and this is very complicated here. A bishop takes a3 is a move. There are a lot of different moves in this position that could be played, so we shall see. We shall see how the game will develop. Okay, so definitely that's a possibility here in this position. And then the last game in a GM section we have Max Gedaljevic, who lost in the morning round. He had a tough loss to Vladimir Belarus, but now he's facing another high-ranked player, Titas Stramavicius. So we have the Dutch defense, and now we have a Stonewall, and now take has occurred. Knight takes e4 has occurred, and now if take back, there is a knight e5 option to activate. So takes. Bishop f4, at some point to try to play the move f3. f3 to try to put some more pressure on d5. Takes, bishop e5, putting pressure here on g7. Well, this is a possibility. It's a safe opening choice for sure for Max. You know, if anybody, he could be better here in this position. Castles and queen b3. f3, trying to break the position. The point being here, you can't get the bishop out yet because your b pawn is saying, so you have to play b6. And play this position. I mean, black is pretty solid here, so it's going to be hard to do anything. It's going to be difficult to win this. But slightly better position, and it's very safe. Alright, so that's, we went around the horn. So looks like, yeah, Ostrovsky decided to play just castle here, didn't play c3, and we're going to have a very slow maneuvering game here. Yeah, it's a slow maneuvering game. Alright, let's switch up to the IM section here, guys, to see now what we have in that section. Round number 3. So far we have a couple of players with a perfect score. Joshua Sheng is one perfect score, and another player with a perfect score is Kyron Griffith. So let's take a look at this game. Shavit from Thailand doesn't have points yet, so would be nice for him to try to get a draw here, or try to get a score against the Grandmaster. It's going to be very hard though. Josh seems like he's in good shape and playing good chess here. And now a4. The point of a4 is to try to get a5 in. I always thought you have to play maybe a6 to hold that, but if you do that, then maybe a5, b5, c4 comes in to try to break the center. But in that case, it's going to be met by a move c5 as well. So take, if you take, there's rook takes a5, so that should be okay. Okay, so back to the game. a6 was never played. Take, 92. A lot of trades. And now I'm trying to play this position. Very, very solid position, I have to say, for white. It's going to be extremely difficult. It's going to be extremely difficult to try to break this position, because white is just very, very solid and has no weaknesses. So some light square weaknesses here for black. So a good opening choice here, solid opening choice for Chavit. Odando Gunbold is playing with the white pieces against Alexander Heyman. And interesting here, white is doing quite well here. How does knight end up on g4? Getting the center. Well, white is apparently just better here. Queen b3. I'm not sure about trading queens. I will try to keep the queens. Maybe queen b1 looked interesting, and play this position. But yeah, it's complicated. It's certainly complicated. The problem is the structure. h6, h7, f7. It's just really hard. Really hard to play this position. And then we have the game. Yeah, so this is an advantage for white. I think it's going to be a little bit of a problem to decide where is this king going. And then we have the position of Austin May. Austin is playing with the white pieces. And let's see here, against Yim. C3. Not a very natural opening choice, but the point is to try to get the control of the center. D5. Queen A4. Now threatening to take knight takes C5. F6, D3. Just developing. D4. Now C5, attacking the bishop. Bishop B5 check. And now King F7. Yeah, this is really complicated. Another move is bishop here. D4. Bishop F4 as an idea. And now you go to KD8. Play knight E4. Now King F7. Bishop E3. D4. This black is a little bit better actually, which is pretty amazing considering the fact that the king is not even castled yet. But yeah, this is an advantage for white. So take. Now rook c8 will be another tempo here, so that's why it doesn't want to take. Queen takes. Attacking this guy. I just take. The rook takes and just bishop e7. Just get the pieces out. You're back in the game now. All the pieces are developed now. So bishop b5. Black is still thinking. So let's move on to the next game. We have the game between Erden Basan Suren against Kyron Griffin. Kyron has 2 points. So Kyron has 2 points so far, and also Josh has 2 points. They are the leaders of the IM section here. So Josh has 2 and Kyron has 2. Now Queen B3 played, trying to get the queens off the board. Yeah, I think I've seen this position before. That's Catalan. Now Queen B3. Now knight a5, queen b5. Now knight a5 is one idea. To try to attack. Takes on b6, ab, knight d2. Now very interesting move, knight h5. Activating the knight and putting pressure on the bishop. Bishop cannot go on e3. It will be captured, cannot go to g5. So we have rook fe1. Now takes. Bishop b4. Now you have to play rook ad1, because if you go with this rook after take, there is a very pleasant surprise. Knight b3, activating the rook and activating the other rook. So just big problem. Takes, rook a1 check, bishop f1, bishop h3. Yeah. Rook a d1. Bishop d5, king f8. Very complicated. As knight f7 runs into rook takes. Yeah, very complicated and a complex position. Takes. Now b5, trying to break this. Okay. And the last game we have, we're going around all the games, and now this is a game between Mike Zalozny, who lost the first 2 games. So he's trying to get on a scoreboard. Mike lost to Basasiren and lost to Joshua Shank, so he's playing with the white piece against Zoe. Zoe drew, lost the first game and drew the second. So we have the Catalan, double fianchetto, yeah, so it's like sort of playing like the Benko Gambit, but the reverse. And white actually just gives the pawn back. Says, I don't even want it. So I like this move a4 to get the bishop out here. Knight a6. Yeah, it's going to come down to a big fight for the c5 square. If black can manage to get that pieces there and put a grip on c5, it'll be fine. But here it looks like, at least for now, it's going to be hard to get that out there, to get that control. So I think, yeah, it's clearly a nice start here for white here. Yeah, I'm not sure about, yeah, b3 I guess is the best move here, but I'm not sure about taking here. I don't know how necessary is the take, you know, perhaps maybe even knight a6 could have been played. Knight a6, putting pressure on b4, b5, and now drop the knight on c7. Yeah, I get that bishop on b7. Yeah, I would be happy to get something like this, but at the same time I understand that white is probably okay too here. Knight is coming on e4. There's some squares to work with. There is bishop c1, rook a2, double up like this to bring the pieces laterally. So yeah, that would be fine too here. Yeah, if you have any questions, please. Yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know. I will be happy to answer your questions. So I'm trying to make sure you guys can hear me. Let me get on the... Yeah, bishop goes on c1, rook a2, and just trying to get a comfortable position here. h6. And getting ready to bring the pieces in here. Okay, just want to make sure you guys can hear me. Perfect. Yeah, and the bishop is coming to f4, putting pressure as well. f5, knight will go back to d2. g5, knight f1. An idea to play h4 to put some pressure here, allowing these pieces to come, but then will create weaknesses. Yeah, now bishop can come to f4. Yeah, so playable position here, but of course this is very, very deep. b3 was played instead of this by Zoe, and we are right here. Let's see how Mike is gonna respond here. So yeah, we went over all the games now, guys. Let's see. Oops. So let's see now. Yeah, this game ended in a draw actually between Josiah and Bellows. So the next one is this one here. So a couple of more moves played. We left off here after d6, c3, and a4, trying to get some control. And b4 is coming up. Yeah, center is going to open up, so bishop b4 might be an option here to try to keep the control of the center. So that's an option. In a Cordoba game, after knight a3, c5 was played, and now it's a slightly better endgame for white. Bishop f4 comes in, and rooks if you take, and this bishop on g2 is kind of annoying, and the counterpart on c8 is a little bit passive there. And in a Max Gedaljovic game, bishop f4 played. He took d is interesting. So if he played bishop f4, I guess there is g5. Yeah, g5 is unpleasant because if you take here, there is a capture here. Okay. Bishop f4 takes e3, threatening queen h5 mate. Is here. Bishop d6, and this block is doing really, really well here. h4 is coming up too. So that's why they take, so they can put a bishop there. Yeah, slightly better position. Slightly better position here for white. Okay, so yeah, we went over all the games, guys. So we're gonna take a short break here, and then when I'll be back, we'll discuss a little bit more what's the after the opening. Right now, the opening phase is about to finish, so we're gonna see what's going on in the early middle game stages. So make sure you guys tune in, and I'll be back shortly, and then we can continue our game analysis. But that's at least you know now where things stand. See you soon.
I don't feel like. But if I have a lot of, no. I need to be prepared. Yeah. I need to.
Good, it's live.
You like?
We are back after the break, dear friends, and I have a friend here joining me, and Juan, who is a master of the DGT boards. Okay, Juan
GM.
is the GM.
I'm a GM.
GM, Grandmaster of the DGT boards. Okay, so he sets up all the DGT boards for the 1000 GM event in 1000 GM events in California. And you made a trip to Los Angeles, correct?
That's right.
Yeah, he's in charge of the DGT boards, guys, so you can see all the games transmitted. So far it's going well. Yeah,
Great.
no problems.
No problems. No glitches on the.
No
on the
glitches.
software.
Yeah, so far it's going well, and yeah. So
and thanks to the DGT technology, we are able to bring you this live streaming. with,
absolutely.
Grandmaster Akobian.
Yeah, and that's why, for me it's very important that DGT works, so I can see the games, so I can base my commentary on that. Okay. So right now we see, for example, this game ended in a draw. Josiah Stearman against Vladimir Belorush. So quick one.
Now he has to win 6 games.
So again, it's still possible. It's kind of unlikely, but it's still possible if he can win 6 in a row. Josiah, we know he's capable of doing that.
He can do that.
He can get that. He's coming off another tournament, so he's a little bit maybe tired. But if he can get going, oh boy, couple of wins in a row, and then that's it. You need 6.5 points to obtain a norm in this event.
That'll be the Cinderella story for us.
Yeah. So far it's kind of slow. We don't see too many crazy things happening. The battle of Alexanders here, Alexander versus Alexander. So this is equal maneuvering game, and now we have another interesting battle here. Mark Heyman, who happens to be a twin brother.
It is a twin brother.
Alexander
Wow.
Heyman, twin, same age, and he's 200 points higher than his
They
brother.
actually look alike.
Yeah, go pay attention. I was like, wow, these guys, they look like it.
Yeah.
So I interviewed Alexander. I say, how you guys siblings? I know, but he's like, yeah, we're twins.
Wow, amazing.
They're almost 30 years old, though not super young, 29. So, and then we have Emilio Cordova. Emilio is a very strong Peruvian grandmaster, and so this game is very complicated. I don't know, it's probably around equal. But then we have Emilio playing against Samruk, playing against Samruk here. So very complicated. Let's take a look at this. So Emilio wants to play b4, bishop on b2, and just try to develop all his pieces, so he can try to press, He's a very strong player, positionally, tactically as well. So we'll see. And then we have our famous friend who plays in a lot of the 1000 GM tournament. You must know his name, Max
Yeah.
Gedalchovic.
In Canada.
Yeah, I've analyzed so many of his games combined with Rushan Mahajan,
Yeah,
Rushan. And then Josiah, these are the regulars of our events. Josiah, Rushan, Yeah, so yeah, this is very interesting. Very, very interesting to see how it will develop, okay? So Juan, tell us a little bit about your background. I know you're a chess player as well. So how often you play chess? You play online, you play tournaments. What is your chess background?
Yeah, mostly I play chess online. But,
Online,
married life don't let you be a master anymore. But
online. So you play online. You prefer Lead Chess, chess.com, or both?
I play both. But my account is mostly chess.com. But everyone prefers Lead Chess because it's free.
Yeah.
And always will be free. It's a commercial.
Yeah. No, I like Lead Chess as well. Yeah. But And both sites are very good, obviously. Chess.com is extremely popular. So you play, and what is your rating online?
Online is like don't know, like classic or
Blitz.
Blitz, like it's 1800.
1800.
Yeah.
Okay.
At one point I was like 2000.
2000. So
I lost a lot.
So your
Over time.
USCF rating, do you have a USCF rating?
Yeah, 17 something.
So I was just thinking, yeah,
near to
you'll be
1800.
around 1800, yeah. Okay, yeah, so this is interesting, yeah. So this is Max Gedaljevic, FM, who is fighting for his IM and also GM norm. He's facing Titas Stramavicius, who I know very well. I worked with Titas before, when he was students at the UT Dallas University. Now B6 is played by Titas.
Who was your student?
I work with him. Yeah, I was.
So what do you teach guys like this level, Barusan?
The guys at that level, Titas was an IM at that time.
Okay.
But he was very strong. I knew it was a matter of time before he became a grandmaster. So we just did some training games. We discussed some openings. But I didn't work with him very long time. But it was very good, and team did really well. We qualified from the Panams to the. From the Panams, we qualified to the Final Four. So we did really well there. Alright, so b6 is played, and now bishop takes f6, queen takes f6, and f3, Juan. Playing f3 and putting pressure here. Takes, rook takes f3. Bishop a6, b3. And by the way, guys, I want to inform you that we're going to have our sponsor arriving next few days. Mr. Shrikan, and we're gonna have him on the show. We'll have a discussion with him, talk about this tournament in San Jose, about the future plans for 2023, some big plans at works, guys. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, 1000 GM, so you can see our big upcoming plans for 2023. Okay, so we'll have a nice long interview with Shrikan. We'll talk about this tournament, the games, and the future events that 1000 GM is planning to hold.
That's right, and then don't forget to help us keeping the fire alive, donating and supporting us through likes in YouTube.
Exactly.
And sharing their content that Var Akobian is helping us right now. And in any other mention on social media,
absolutely.
will help
social
us.
Media, you can support us. We are doing a big fundraiser right now. We've already had some donations, but again, we want to make sure we can get everything ready for 2023 to make sure we can provide this kind of high quality, high quality tournaments. You should see, guys, you can see on the website, one table per board, lots of space, great lighting, DGT boards, arbiter, everything. And everything is top notch about 1000 GM. Okay?
In a group of volunteers behind the scenes, doing the best for you guys.
Absolutely. So you guys can enjoy the action, okay? Absolutely, you guys can enjoy this. All right, very good here. So the games are underway. We have one result, 4 games still pending, Juan. It's 4 games still pending in the GM section. Let's jump into the IM section to see what developments we have in the IM section, okay? Because these guys are playing very fighting chess. We've only had 2 draws so far. 2 draws out of 8 games, and this is unprecedented, okay? The amount of fighting chess here. And here, Joshua Sheng facing a very stiff defense here, but his opponent is just being so solid here. How he's gonna win this?
He's an arena grandmaster.
So it looks like it means he's an online specialist?
Well, from the arena, the FIDE arena, these new titles, they have the arena titles.
Yeah, I didn't know exactly what that means, but I guess it means that you play a lot of good chess online. You know?
Yes.
So now knight d4 is coming up, and knight c6. I mean, this is nice. This is nice pressure here, I would say, for Chavit, okay? Chavit, who is from Thailand.
First time in GM tournaments.
Yeah. No, this is amazing. This is amazing, guys. So again, any questions you have, keep an eye on the chat. Make sure you can put your questions there so we can see, and we're gonna have, we're gonna be here this week, guys. Long tournament, lots of games, and this is round 3 of round 9. So advantage for Chavit. Difficult situation for Joe Shawshank to break through. Let's move on to another veteran. Gunbolt Odandu.
Mongolia.
From Mongolia, and looks like he's pressing Alexander Heyman. Alexander should have considered the endgame. Endgame with 2 bishops is not bad. Not too bad. He did not. And now Gunbolt Odandu is
Coming back.
Knight G4 coming back. Threatening Knight F6. Ay, ay, ay. Bishop E7. Now he goes Knight F3. And suddenly we realize, wait a minute. This queen. This is going to take on G4 because you go here. Ay, ay, ay.
Yes.
So, anyway, you're going to have to sacrifice an exchange or something here. And try to get away with this. But even this, I think, you will be significantly worse, But try to. So, problems for Alexander Heyman. Austin May playing with the white pieces. Just sacrifice the pawn against Yim. Ooh, very clever. He's just sacrificing the pawn Juan to open up the position, okay? He wants to open the center, open up the position. Now, if you take with the pawn, bishop e2 comes in, knight is going to land here. It's going to be some nice pressure. So he goes here. And then, so this is a complicated position. I don't know if queen takes. Bishop d3, queen d5. I mean, it's complicated. I don't know exactly what's going on, but I can tell you. Oh, take. This is bad. This is already bad.
The other rook instead of the f.
So he has to go queen d5 apparently. This is an important move. Okay. And then we have the leader. 2 leaders. Joshua Sheng and Chiron. Chiron won the first 2 games. We already interviewed Josh. We asked him the questions about that. So now 95, putting some pressure here against Erden. Basan Suren against white is a little bit better here. Basan Suren is trying to go here and threatening knight c7 to attack. So if you take 2 bishops, I think offering some good chances for white. So I don't know. If you have to play a move bishop a3, it doesn't look very, very promising. So 52 minutes for Erdene against Chiron. And the last game here is Mike Zalozny, who hasn't scored yet. Trying to score. This is a tough tournament for Mike for sure. He's one of the lower ranked players. So Benko type position. And he's got to go bishop a3. Played a5. Right here.
You take the
a6 he wants to go. Unbelievable. Because if you go here, then he has this sacrificio. And take here. Yeah, but here, maybe queen c7.
So this is more dynamic than taking b3 before, okay.
Yeah, no, I think this is playable.
I'm learning with the master right here, guys. So this is very important for people like us that we have 1800 or around rating.
Yeah,
while he's streaming, we're learning.
Absolutely. No, this is amazing. This is amazing, guys. Okay. So, some fighting games. Again, the amount of fighting games we had here, Juan, in this tournament is unbelievable for IM section. Only 2 draws out of the 10 games.
They're
fighting in IM because they need 7 points, guys. You need 7 out of 9 for an IM norm. Okay, this is amazing.
And for us, it's very important as an organization because
absolutely,
we can see that they put in their heart, and the whole passion for the game and trying to fight for those norms. Right?
GM section is 6.5 because to get 7 will be very, very hard in a GM section. So, all right, okay. Thank you very much, Juan, for joining us. We wish you good luck. I know you're doing the 1000 GM tournaments. You have some other events coming up.
Yes,
we wish you success. Okay. In your company. What is your company name? Can you mention?
Chess Live.
chesslive.com?
Chess.live.
Chess.live.
Yeah.
Wow, excellent.
I stole the domain from chess.com.
Yeah. Chess.live. Again, Juan
Yeah,
has his
yeah.
boards, guys, and he provides great DGT transmissions, okay?
That's right. The
So-
only company in the United States, actually. I
Yeah,
think.
and he's mobile.
Oh, yeah.
Mobile, he's mobile. He can organize, if you're having a tournament and want DGT, give Juan a
Yes.
call.
Yes, and if you're organizing a chess boxing match, let me know. We can bring that board and broadcast
There
your
is
game.
going to be a chess boxing in
I
LA.
know. I just find out the GCA from Wu-Tang Clan also,
Hmm.
which is a hip hop
Yeah, it's
singer.
gonna be the
He's doing the
last
city.
day of the tournament.
Whoa. Wow.
Yeah. So there are a couple of chess players who are gonna be doing boxing there.
Wow.
So it's gonna be pretty cool, yeah.
Okay,
So
guys,
chess boxing. Okay, guys, thank you very much.
See you
Thank you,
around.
Juan. And we'll take a short break and we'll be back with more coverage. Okay, so we'll see you in a little bit. Alright guys, we are back after the break, so we'll have some more updates for you here. Let's take a look at, switch back to see what developments we have. The game of Chavit against Joshua Sheng. We left off here and we were under the impression that this is gonna be okay, but suddenly knight d2 was played. This is kind of hard to understand why this move was played instead of the... Yeah, that's a little bit tough to understand. Why, for example, that was played instead of the move knight d4. It seemed like knight d4 was a much better choice in this position. You know, with potential to jump in here. These squares, they look really, really good, you know? So... knight d2, and that really changed everything. Now knight goes on c5, and that just, yeah, now this is, now knight is misplaced. He's trying to trade, but now we see a back rank problem here as well. There is also a back rank problem in this position now, suddenly, that yeah, there is a back rank issue now, guys. So he, knight d4 back. No, just gotta take, and then you gotta put a knight on d4. Gotta at least liquidate a little bit more the pieces and then do that. Okay, so this was very important, to liquidate and then go bishop g3 and king h2 and prepare the b4 break, you know. So, but even here, and knight d4. Now it's an advantage here. Now it's an advantage. The knight is going to come to d3. I don't know if he's trying to play this move, because if this move is played, there is a tactical slugfest here with this knight b2. Whew. Look at this tactic, threatening, and if you take here, he just takes here. Again, he's threatening the move rook d1. Takes, rook d1, and trade. Yep, big problem here. If he goes here, queen e6, takes, queen takes a2, and a big problem. Now this is hanging, and a4 is hanging as well, so just a difficult position. Yeah, so now advantage, a nice advantage for Joshua Sheng, and you know, this could be another possible victory. And in this game is a dominating position for Gundbold Odando here. He's had a great play in this game, bringing his pieces in. This queen is just feeling worse and worse here on f4, and Odando is not even rushing. He's getting in with his queen, and most likely he will play g3 here, questioning the queen. Queen f5, knight f6. Yeah, just take. This would be a problem, okay? And knight e5 is coming up too. So yeah, it's going to be a lot of pressure. The pressure on a7, and going to be a very big difficult position. And you take this guy too. Yeah. Alright, so now rook g4 played, takes, queen g4, and now just maybe even b3 just to wait, because you can't even play h4, knight takes h4. That mean e5. What would be the breakthrough idea here? What would be the interesting breakthrough? King h2. Yeah, now it's a clear advantage here for white. I think good chance for Adondo to win this game. And here is the game of Austin Meyer. We saw the move e5 played. Queen takes e5. Rook fe1 attacking the queen. Queen goes here, bishop d. We're going to have the winners, guys. The winners of the games will come for an interview, as we did in the previous round, okay? Bishop d3. Now if c4, there is bishop e4 idea, okay. Yeah, it's a complex position here. White has sacrificed material for the compensation. Okay, so looks like that was played, and knight f3. Anyway, lots of pawn sacrifices. It's a questionable position for white, the compensation. There is some, but I don't know how strong this compensation is. And in this game, looks like Kyron Griffin is in trouble. He's had a really strong start of this event with 2 consecutive wins, but in this game, I don't know if I love this move, queen a6. Not a big fan. And now knight is coming in here, and knight b5 idea starting to get in here. Bishop e5, putting pressure on the pawn. How to defend it now? Bishop e6. That's just a pawn. That's just a pawn here. Why he did not play this move? Ah, queen f3. He overlooked this, guys. Now the knight is under attack, and c6 is under attack as well. And this is just a losing position now for Griffith. Kyron Griffith here. Wow. Strong play by the Mongolian FM here, who seems like is taking over the game now. Bishop d4, and he has a commanding lead in this position and could upset Kyron Griffith. So Mike Zalozny here, playing with the white pieces against Zoe Tang. So he kept pushing the a-pawn, and bishop a3, c5, queen d2 comes in. Doubling up the rooks. Attacking. Yeah, lots of liquidations here. And h4 is a possibility too. I try to play h5. Yeah, no, it's a very strong play here by Zoe. I like the way she played. She's totally equalized the game, so this looks good for her. Let's take a look at the GM section here to see how is the GM section going. We already have one draw here. Vladimir Belouz drew early against Josiah. And now Battle of the Alexes. Alex Ostrovsky against Alex Katz. And 34 minutes here for Ostrovsky. He's been thinking a lot. He got into time trouble in a previous game as well. So his position is absolutely fine. Just need to manage the clock a little bit better. f5 could be a good move here for Ostrovsky to try to fix this. So, but you gotta move a little bit faster. Just 30 minutes is a lot behind on a clock. So now queen d4 comes in. And what is this here? Harshit against Mark. And this was a sharp Caro-Kann. We left off here. So bishop e3. And now covering c5, and now rook c1 is coming up to control this. Okay. Very difficult to do anything. Rook f1. Maybe even play b4 to control this position. So, yeah, advantage here for Mark, and this could be another win for him. 2 wins today. That would be huge. Emilio Cordova with the white pieces is a nice position against Samruk Narayanan. He decided to take this bishop, but the problem is now both bishops are pretty bad here. You don't have any good prospects. Had to play the move f6, which is not as much fun. And now 94 coming up. Yeah, this is tough position here for some rook. And 94. Okay, c8. Yeah, this is tough position. And then we have Max Gedaljevic playing with the white piece against Titas Stramavicius. Where is his pawn? Where is his pawn here? Wait a minute. No, something is off here. Something is off here. Okay, so we left off here. Bishop e5. Oh, something happened here with the notation. Yeah, something we have a little problem here. We'll try to fix that, the notation issue. So this is not the position, guys. This is not the position. There was a mouse slip here. So I believe he played this move. This move. Bishop takes c6. I believe this is the position. Okay. Rook c1. Yeah, something like this. So I think it's we will try to fix that, because yeah, he did not play rook d3. He certainly played rook takes d6. Okay. All right, so that's where we stand right now, guys. We have one draw so far in a GM section, and we have all 5 games pending on the other. So we're gonna have interviews with the players as soon as they finish. And again, this is round 3, guys. Round 3 of 9 of the Bay Area 1000 GM Bay Area GM Norm Invitational Tournament. Okay, so this is very, very exciting to see a new venue, new event in San Jose, California. Okay. All right. Yeah, rook d6 was played, certainly. Bishop c4, bishop c6, rook a d1. Yeah, but this is bishop d7. Yeah, I don't know exactly, but it will get fixed eventually. All right, so it's a very equal position here, guys. In this one. Yeah, I think maybe the position is without this pawn on c6 here. Bishop d5. Yeah. Okay. All right. And here in this game, queen d4 was played, immediately played f6 by Harshid. Harshid is trying to make things more complicated, but that's allowing the move e6. Bishop d6, rook a c1. Bishop e5, queen c5, and then simply trying to pick up the c6 pawn. So I think, yeah, this is going to be a nice position here. Okay. Taking on c6 is going to be very, very nice. Okay. Rook fc8. e7. Rook e8. And now put the bishop on d8 to connect the rooks together, and bishop g4 coming up too. Yeah, no, this is an advantage. Clear advantage for Mark. I like this position for Emilio. 94 is a good option, and for Max, we have to fix it. I will be going to the tournament room and tell the DGT person about this. So yeah, and this is an equal position. All right, guys, we'll be back again shortly. So very exciting games going on right now. At lots of balance I see so far. Okay, lots of balance I see in these positions at the moment. But this one in particular, this Her sheet game after f6 is very interesting to try to break. All right, we'll be back shortly, guys. Alright guys, we are back after the break, and I checked the games. We have some interesting developments in few of the games, so let's take a look to see where we actually stand, okay? I will open the chat as well to make sure I can hear you guys. So yeah, if you have any questions, you feel free to ask me, guys. Alright, so in this game we left off around here, and it's all about getting the blockade. Black tries to get some counterplay with f6 going, which was met by e6, which is the correct option. Bishop g4 rookate, and now, yeah, this is a really hard position for black here, because you can't really play c5, and at some point, I don't know, maybe he wants to play this, but now h5, h4 looks very good. h4, h5, putting pressure here. So if h5 is played, then simply tuck it in here. On h3, keep an eye on this pawn, followed by rook ac1. A very nice advantage for white here. I like this position for Mark Heyman, and I think he has good chances to win this against Harshit Kunka. So yeah, if he plays the move h5, so instead, yeah, good chances here for white, I see, after the move h4. Battle of the Alexis, bishop takes e6 was played. 27 minutes for Ostrovsky. Again, he seems like he spends lots of time here, and sometimes gets into time trouble. So I'm not sure why he has spent that much time already here. So the next game is against Emilio Cordova, playing with the white pieces against some rook, and here he decided to play knight b3 instead, putting pressure. And now b4 was one option, to go for b4, queen b3. That would be a nice edge. Takes knight takes f5, or another option would have been simply to play the move queen e4 to put pressure, you know. And but he, I think, is also considering the move queen e4. I don't know if this is a good move. f5, kicking the queen back. b8. Yeah, still a nice and comfortable advantage for white here, I would say, you know. All right, so it goes queen e4 idea. And the other game we have Max Gedalzevic. So you actually figure out what happened, the move order. Tux. Now Tux. And now I think just rook f2 is good. I think this game is probably going to fizzle out to a draw pretty shortly. If despite being up a pawn, these two pawns are pretty strong, and there are lots of weaknesses on b6 and d5. So I think after rook f2, it should be an equality, you know, more or less. Takes, king takes f2. If rook e4, maybe just simply goes here, attack the pawn, and then just try to surrender this pawn. f4. Just normal position here. b5 should be a draw. So equal position here. Advantage for Mark Heyman, advantage for Cordova, and Gedaljevic should be a draw here on this end. Let's take a look at the IM section. What developments we have there. Josh Sheng is still better here, but not too much. I like this idea, b3 and then bring the rook over. I think it's pretty clever. And now queen g8 move is very interesting, trying to trade the queens off the board. That's a very interesting idea, queen g8, and just trying to trade everything off. Takes king g8. But is he really gonna play that? That's the question. Queen g8 takes g4. Let's see. Trying to put some pressure. Takes. Right now, this e4 pawn is fixed. So that's the important move, g4, to get some good counter, because if black consolidates everything, he's gonna be definitely better. On the other hand, this game got really out of control. Looks like Odandu Gunball made some inaccuracies here. Yeah, he just took the pawn instead of waiting, and that allowed h4. Yeah, this is another inaccuracy now. This h4 is coming up. Yeah, slowly black's position is getting better here. He could have played queen h7 here, perhaps maybe make a draw, but yeah, I think black is not in any danger any moment. Two bishops, the bishops are pretty open. You still have the weaknesses of the pawn on e5. So I think black is out of the woods here. In this game, I think white is actually a little bit better now. We saw some take, knight f3, and finally queen takes cd, picking up the pawn back. Black desperately needs to trade some pieces. If some trades occur, then it's going to be okay. But right now, I think I find it still some pressure here for white with h4, h5. And yeah, so h4, h5, putting some pressure on g6. But he plays, yeah, in this position. In this game, Erderen won the pawn, and Chiron is in serious trouble in this game. So rook fd1 would have been a very decent choice here too. Extra pawn, the knight is still on the rim. I mean, with accurate play, this should be a victory. But 17 minutes for Erdenen, and remember, he had a good position in the previous round against Zoe Tang, but he made a blunder. So it's a problem. f6. I don't love this move, but maybe it's necessary. I don't know. The knight looks kind of bad here, but maybe it's necessary move. And the last game in this section is Zalozny is in trouble. My goodness, this could be Mike's third loss. Somehow he needs to trade some rooks here, but he's not able to do that. e4. Yeah, this is a problem now. Rook bc8, attacking the bishop. 2c3, trading pieces. Just pass pawn, bishop f6. The problem is you're not doing anything by doing this. Now your pawn is hanging, and c2 is still a very huge threat here. Yeah, once that pawn appears on c3, you're in big trouble. What else can you do here to hold this? This is probably going to be bad too, because takes. Gonna attack this guy. Bishop f6 takes. He just takes this guy. Now I can push. d3, queen e2, d2. Absolutely. Bishop g5. Yeah, no, this is very strong. So, oh, but d takes c3. Okay, this I'm not sure about. I think this gives a necessary break. This move gives a necessary break now to move bishop e3. Bishop e3, and yeah, no, this is going to be fine now. I think for Mike, this is an important break. Bishop e3, Queen d6. I mean, black is still pressing, might try to win this, but at least there is some stability now in the position. Rook a5. 2. So you still have a background issues. Yeah, still a little bit better for black, but I think it's holdable here. Back to Josh's game. Josh just didn't play Queen g8, guys. He played the move Rook d5. He wants to double up the rooks here and try to put pressure. He wants to just simply double up the rooks. Okay. Yeah, b4. c5. Yeah, it's still complicated. 96. Oh, knight f7. Take. Yeah, there's bishop c3. Yeah, so it's not so easy. Yeah, not so easy here in this position. Yeah, some advantage for sure. Yeah, here I think black is absolutely fine. In this game, again, I like to see the h4, h5 happening to put some pressure. We have f6. Is an option. Bishop c7 is very good. Followed by, let's say, rook fe1, putting pressure. Now some tactical ideas like knight b5. Wow. Bishop h3. Wow, this is tricky. This is tricky, I tell you. Most people probably just play bishop c3 here, which is also very good. So any move is really good here. Gives a nice advantage, and Mike took bishop e3, which is important, and queen d6 played. Yeah, so it's pretty much balanced here position. Okay. All right. So yeah, that's where things stand right now, guys. We don't have any results yet. Players are fighting hard. We are about 2.5 hours into the round, but I think we should have some more results coming in. Only one draw, quick draw between Josiah Sturman and Vladimir Belos in a GM section. Okay. But we'll keep an eye on the games, and once we have some results, we'll try to bring you some interviews with the winner stakes. Knight takes e6 played. 19 minutes for Ostrovsky, 46 for Kat. Yeah, roughly equal position. Maybe just time to simplify the position for Ostrovsky, get some moves in. So d5 and try not to complicate things too much. Rook a8, still a long thing here by Mark. He hasn't played the move before, which we're expecting, or also the h4 to get the nice advantage. Queen e4 played by Cordova, and here, yeah, rook f2 will be played by Gedalcevic. All right, we'll take a short break, guys, and we'll be back. We'll have hopefully some more updates and perhaps some guests with us as well, okay? We'll see you shortly. Alright guys, we are back after the break. Let's take a look to see what developments we have in a GM section. Ooh, not too many moves here. G3 was played, and we don't see too many moves here played by Alex Katz. So he's still thinking, trying to decide what to do here. Perhaps take. He can play d5 and play this position. e5 and queen goes on e7. This knight on e6 is very well placed, but still, you're still facing some potential f4, f5 at some point, you know. So this would be an option anyway. Yeah. So yeah, this is an idea to take. Or other option is you can't really move the rook from here. If you move the rook, then you're running to capture, and a7 is hanging. So taking is one option. Maybe rook f8, but in that case, d5 is strong. I think by playing the g3 move, Ostrovsky is trying to play the move d5 because you no longer have the knight f4 option. So I think that's why it's important to take on d4. And if knight takes d4, perhaps takes, and play this position. This looks like should be a little bit better for white because of the control of the center, but at the same time there is a little bit of pressure out here too. So it's a playable position. But the big problem here is the time. 7 minutes for Ostrovsky and 34 for Katz. We have some more development happening here. I'm not sure about this move f4. The idea is to play f5, so that forced the move f5, rook e7, g3. If you double up the rooks, queen c3. What a clever move. And if you take on e6 after simply capturing everything, queen takes c6, and black's position is just falling apart because of this bishop d5 threat. Capture, bishop d5 out there. Yeah, this is just going to be absolutely crushing. Yeah. So, yeah. This could be a big problem. Yeah, this could be a big problem here. Yeah, queen takes c6. Yeah, queen c3. That's why he cannot play this move. After g3 now, black is thinking, trying to figure out what to do. Bishop c7, queen c5, takes, pawn takes, and now threatening the move bishop d5. Rook b8, queen takes c6. Yeah, in this game now, queen e4 is played, f5, bishop e8, rook c3 now, doubling up the rooks. But I feel like black is sort of consolidating, and it's not so clear if white is going to have that much here. Let's say here, a6. Yeah, you don't really want to play this move because that's going to result into you possibly losing this pawn. If the pawn was on a7, I would say black position is more or less fine. But with the pawn on a4, it's a little bit stretched. But still, I don't think there is anything too serious in this position. So I don't think there is that much of an advantage there, you know. So, yeah, still lots of fighting games, so still don't have any results here, guys. So Max Gadaljevic a little bit surprised me by not playing the move rook f2. Rook f2 is a simple equality. He went here, h5. g5. Okay, it should be still a draw, but he's making it a little bit more complicated. Now here, d7. Yeah, this is a little bit more complicated than it should have been, you know. So there is still a possibility for white to mess up. He's down a pawn, and now, you know, Stramavicius is threatening the move h4. So, yeah, I don't like this move rook c1 at all. In fact, I don't know if I really like this move either. I would have maybe played a4 here. So if takes on e6, I just take. Just play this position. So just get the pawn out of there. This is the first thing that popped into my mind. And if he goes here, I go here. Take. take, b7. Yeah, if you play a5, I go rook b6. So you gotta go here, take, and play this position. Should be a draw as well here. So yeah, a little bit unclear this. Rook ff8. Yeah, I think he's starting to mess this up a little bit. So I think there is some possibilities here. We're gonna see maybe Stramavicius trying to win this. So okay, e takes d5 was played by Alex Katz, and I think we're gonna see the move e4, d5 coming up here to blockade this. To try to prevent. Yeah, d5. White from playing the move d5 here. Okay, let's switch back to the IM section to see what developments we have there. Okay, still equal in a Josh Shank's position. Rook d5 was played. b4 now goes to d3. Now b5 is a possibility. Rook c5, queen b3. That would be fine too. But b5, rook goes on c5. Yeah, this is complicated. b5, rook c5, cb, knight b5. Takes, queen takes a5. Playable position. Eventually everything gets swapped off, you know, and take there. So yeah, with very accurate play, it's probably going to be a draw. What's going on in this game, Heinemann game? So bishop e2, knight d4, bishop g4. What? Queen d7. Ah, yeah, he missed it. He missed the winner. Queen a8. Ay. Odandu just takes. You can't go here, knight c6. And if you go here now, knight c6. Ay. Oh, he missed the win here. Queen a8 would just win the game. He went here now, check. Bishop g5. Bishop e3. Yeah, looks like this is gonna be a draw, guys. After all this excitement, looks like this game is gonna fizzle out into a draw here. Tough miss here by Odandu here. Queen a8 would have just simply clinched the victory, because if you check, I just go here. If you go here, just play rook f1. Yeah. All right. So in this game, Austin played, after spending some time, he did play the move h4, trying to put pressure. Rooks come off the board, h5. Queen h6. Maybe rook e1 would have been better. Rook e1, eyeballing some tactics. Wow. Now it's interesting. Black is not afraid. Black is absolutely not afraid taking another pawn here. I mean, super complicated position. If Black survives, I think his chances of winning the endgame are extremely high. So we'll see. And here we have Erden Basan-Suren. And yeah, we left off here. Bishop c7 was played. But here there's just a winning move, knight b5. And instead of doing that, Basan-Suren made an inaccurate move here. Knight b5 was just fantastic. Takes. And there's a clever move, queen f3, now winning the rook. If you play bishop d5, then there's actually a queen sacrifice. It's just absolutely fantastic. And you take here, winning. And if you play king f8, Rook AC1. It's just complete domination of the pieces here. You're just completely dominating here. Bishop C8. Bishop F3. Now the knight is hanging. I mean, it's just a fantastic position. But instead of doing that, he took. Sacrificed the exchange. Rook E8. Bishop F3, and now F5. And now knight is ready to come back to F6. And now Rook E6. I think it's a trouble. I think this bishop is going to feel very uncomfortable now after this. Let's say Queen B6. Trading and slowly consolidating the position. Let's see. Yeah, trade and the bishop is hanging. Now trade. Bishop C3. Rook D3. Bishop D1. Yeah, I mean, the black is completely taking over the game. Yeah, I mean, this was just totally dominating game, and now white might actually even win this. And looks like Zoe is just about to win here. Mike went here. Rook B2, threatening Rook B1. Just took the pawn. Yeah, this is just really bad now. I think now knight d4 is coming up too. Yeah, knight d4 now, threatening lots of threats and lots of ideas here. So knight f3, knight e2, or just queen e3. Putting pressure now. Yeah, this is just gonna be now black is just completely dominating. Take, knight e2 is coming up. Rook c2 check. Yeah, and then just had, yeah, so it looks like she's gonna win. Oh, looks like we have a result. We have our first result here, and this game ended in a draw here between this is between Gunbolt and in the IM section, Gunbolt drew against Alexander Heyman. Yeah, queen a8 was just a winning on the spot. Yeah. Bishop b6, queen takes c6, bishop e3, and the players simply agreed on a draw here. Very interesting game. Odandu played really well, and he definitely had the upper hand in this game and the good chances to win it, but he didn't manage to convert this advantage. Austin May is pressing. Lots of pressure here, but the question is, can he break through? We know that knight on f8 is a good defender here, so it's not easy to break through this position. White is still pressing indeed, In this game, I think Chiron is doing really well. His opponent hardly has any time. So, big time pressure situation for him. Bishop b5 played finally, and now queen b6 makes a lot of sense to exchange these queens and establish a winning position. Okay, so here we have this move played, threatening to take on f7, and Zoe just goes here. Perfect move, trading the pieces and then following it up with the knight d4 idea, winning this exchange and the game here. Absolutely. Oh, exchange has occurred. Alright, looks like this is we might see a fizzle out here, guys, because at this point it's already 2 pawns, so I think maybe time to pull the brakes and just go for this and just say, you know, call it a day. If you go back, take the rook, check. You can go back here, rook e8 mate, so I think maybe it's time to just do this and call it a day. Okay, otherwise it's just gonna be very difficult. Okay, so trade and get that advantage. Okay, so queen b6 is played in this game, and now again the knight, if the knight was on a good location then it's fine, but now it's just stuck on the corner. Yeah, definitely black is looking really good. We expect to see a win from Zoe here. We will try to get her to come, and yeah, we see some potential wins here for black in the IM section. Okay, I expect this game to end in a draw. After knight g6, I just don't see too many other options. Black is still down 2 pawns, so I think he has to try to do that. Interesting moment here, actually. Rook takes d3 is necessary, actually, and it looks like white is actually doing really well here after this positional exchange sacrifice. Yeah, so it's absolutely fine. It's good blockade everywhere and some potential ideas to even enter. So the question is, would Shavit play this? If Shavit plays this, he'll be in good shape. If not, queen c4 and queen a4 ideas are coming up, or rook c4 at this point. So it's going to be very interesting to see whether or not that's going to happen. Knight c2 played in this game. Knight e4 is coming up. Yep, a clear advantage now for black, guys. Clear advantage here. So rook d3 here. This is the moment. 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes here for Shavit. The question is he gonna do it? Is he gonna do it here? All right, let's move back to the GM section, see if we have some development there. We do. So okay, ED CD was played as predicted it. E5, queen goes here. F5, now threatening to play some F4 ideas. Yeah, queen F5. Bring the pieces in. Yep. I like this now. I'm liking this more for black now, actually, because rook a8. Some pressure on the F file. Yeah, I like this more for a black. On the other board, so I think this is still more or less equal, but here Hyman got an exchange. What happened here? So rook e3 was played. We stopped here after g3. Played rook f6. Oh, did he just miss this? Oh, looks like he just missed bishop d8 idea. Wow. He had to give up the exchange. And now just king g2. In up exchange, you are losing the g pawn, sorry, e pawn, but queen comes in here, you lose this pawn. Yeah, now picking up on a6. No clear advantage here for Mark, but 20 minutes, plenty of time for both players here. Here we don't have so many moves played in the Cordova game. Couple of moves played. Queen e7, queen c2. One pair rooks came off. This is coming. Annoying pressure, I gotta say. Rook d3 still annoying pressure for white here. I like this. And In this game, I think this is not looking very good now. I think Max just really misplayed this badly. And now he has to deal with f4. Yeah, I'm not sure how he's gonna do it. Maybe still some throwing chances, but it's much harder. Alright, so I think we're gonna have some interviews coming up here, especially in the IM section. I think we're getting close to some results. Let's see. We had a draw, and I think Zoe is very close to be winning. Yeah, just completely, she's completely tied up Zalozny, and now threatening this move, knight to d4. So yeah, knight d4, she's gonna be winning this game shortly. And here it's gonna be still a fight, but good chances for black now. Oh, interesting. So we have bishop sacrifice followed by knight f5, which it shows that, you know, he's still trying to win, and it would be good against this. But the problem, there is one defense here. King to f8. Wow. This is super scary though. Take, queen takes. You allow this check, but you just go here. This is incredible. Absolutely incredible to allow this, you know. And takes, king takes. Check on e7, takes. Yeah, this is tough. Yep. Lots of pressure, and yeah, here actually queen h triplet f5 might be a good move too, just to shut down everything. And knight g5 is good too though. This is good too. I mean, everything is good. Can even play elegantly and take this, and your up exchange. So that might be the way that Zoe can try to finish this game off. This is another way to do it. Check here. Just take, yeah. So there's so many ways she will win. So yeah, it's looking good. It's looking good for her. I think she's gonna get her first victory. Yeah, and we will try to get her for the interview. Yeah, I think this is a very good game, actually. A very good game played by her. So and the queen is coming to yeah, we see the domination. Okay, we see the domination of the centralized queen, threatening knight g5, and just lots of strong ideas we have in this position. Very, very nicely played by her. And that will put her in, she lost the first game to Austin May, and then she drew second. So that will put her in a 50% score. Yeah, that will put her in the 50% score. In the tournament. So very, very respectable score here. So we're expecting to see some results. So let's see here. Players are getting on the low on the clock. King f8. This is a tough move to find. Why not king g8? That loses. Check. Okay. So the problem is, it's almost, you really have to play this move because there's nothing else you can do. But yeah, that's a tough move to find. You just basically pinning yourself in this position. And if rook e7, this is interesting. Rook e7. Knight e7, check, and just runs. Yep. No, this is tough. This is tough, guys. All right, so we are already past the 3-hour mark, so I think players are getting a little bit low on the clock. So we'll see how it will go. And she played Queen F3 spectacularly, and I think that's probably gonna force the resignation. Tough tournament start for Mike Zalozny here, because now takes and knight goes on G5. Very, very tough start for him. So we'll see how it will go here. So we should have, we'll try to get Zoe for the interview. So let's see here. Okay, so the exchange sacrifice occurred actually, but it queen takes. Wait a minute. Wait. What? Should have taken back with the rook, and now queen b3 is apparently just winning. Wait a minute. Queen b3 is just winning, picking up this guy on a4. If rook a1 played, then you just switch, and queen is completely paralyzed passively. Ay, and you're trading. So, but instead he played bishop f6. And now bishop, yeah, I think slowly now black is going to take over the game. Because slowly, and also there is not much time left for white. But again, still some tricks and threats in the position. But objectively, I think now it's winning. It's 50 seconds versus 20 minutes, so that's tough. Yeah, that's really tough. So I think good chances for Josh to win another one here. King f8 is played by Yim, and yeah, that's probably the end of the game. Queen takes f3. b4. What does this do? Takes. Rook c1. Wow, that would be an interesting move. And then you just take on g7. Okay. So then queen d7, apparently hitting this guy. Take. Consolidate. Yeah, I think eventually what's going to happen, yeah, I'm just going to consolidate something like this, and it's going to be very, very difficult to do anything. So yeah, I think that's probably what's going to happen here. All right, guys. Yeah, we have a result. Zoe Tang, one of the youngest participants. She must be very excited winning the game with the block pieces against Mike Zalozny. Unfortunately, tough tournament for Mike. He has 3 losses so far and 1.5 points for Zoe. And here's some advantage for black. This is super complicated, and this is tough because queen e4 is going to be here. Anytime you want to activate the queen, black is going to try to propose the trade of the queens if possible. All right, thank you guys, and we're going to be taking a short break. Thank you for watching, and we'll be back in a little bit, okay? And hopefully we'll have an interview. See you in a little bit.
you.
Okay, we are back, guys, and we have a special guest with us, Grandmaster Emilio Cordova, who just won his game, and I think this is your first win.
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah. The
This is
first round I was really lucky.
Yeah,
and the
this is-
second round was.
Yeah,
very
this
fast.
is the first. Yeah, absolutely. You
Yeah.
drew against Max Gedaljovic in
Yeah.
the first round with white, and
And
then
then I
you
drew
had a quick
against,
draw against
Titus,
Titus.
Stramavicius.
Yeah, Stramavicius, and then you won this game. It's a good game, actually.
Yeah, since like it was, I don't know if it was very smooth or.
It was
but
very
I-
good. Very good game, actually. Okay, let's take a look.
Yeah.
Did you prepare this?
No,
or
I
this
didn't.
Was...
I mean, I just. It's very hard to prepare double rounds.
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
You have to wonder whether or not saving energy or just preparing. So I just thought that just playing something like I don't most of the time playing. So I just knew that this was slightly better for white always, but didn't know really how to.
Bishop a3 is very
Yeah, it's
principled here, right?
Yeah. Bishop a3, pawn takes, bishop c7. There is knight c6 too as well. But he just started to think, and then I realized like.
Yeah,
maybe
he
will
was
be-
on his own here. It seems like a5.
Yeah, a5 seems like reminds me a lot of the Gelfan's book against when he mentioned something about
Yeah.
a5.
Uh-huh.
He's getting Ivanchuk. So yeah, 95 rook c1. I'm very normal Catalan, I guess. So yes. So I just thought that it was better, but I didn't know how good it was.
But this
my
is
position.
very nice for you. Huh?
It looks very nice. Though.
f6.
I mean, at some point he would
course.
have to play f6, I guess. But I don't know. It's the move that you don't want to play.
Can he not
unless-
play f6?
I guess rook d8.
Let's say rook g8,
Queen c2 still, but I wasn't so sure how he
H5.
will be. How he will be
h6,
following this position, and
Some-
maybe then 92, 94.
92,
I mean, I just thought that it was just slightly better for me, just quite easy.
94. Yeah,
Just
because
94,
after
94.
f6, it's always gonna be weaknesses. Yeah.
Yeah. Always a lot of
92.
weaknesses around, so
Queen
I
c2.
wasn't so sure about Queen c2. Then I was just regretting about my move.
Maybe
but,
Queen e2. You
Queen
can
e2,
go
I
also,
was
yeah?
just. I mean, I just played really fast for some reason, so yeah.
Knight
It was,
b3.
I mean, knight b3.
Can
I
he keep the bishop here?
Maybe bishop a7, but I don't know if he was afraid of losing the pawn, maybe. But, I mean, then the pawn on b7 is sort of hanging, so I will have enough pressure, so that's what I was seeing. Then rook d1, and very pleasant position to play, and just queen c7 and squeezing and playing for free, you know. You will
Yeah.
not lose this position, so.
Yeah. No, I
whatsoever,
agree.
it's,
But here, yeah, queen e4 might not be the. Did you consider this move before? I know it's a tough move to.
yeah, I
consider,
was
but-
analyzing that, but for some reason
He has to take.
Yeah, he have to take, then take. And I wasn't so sure about the consequences of this. Maybe with the pawn on f6, yes, maybe there is some.
Yeah, if the pawn was on f7, it's a different game. But with this,
Yeah. Oh yeah, because
this,
there are some knight b6 tricks, maybe. So
you go here. It's
yeah, very unpleasant though. I mean,
you are winning a pawn. Looks like at the end.
Yeah,
So it will be something like this.
and then I guess take. And
Whether or
bishop
not you can
d7.
win, it's another question, you know.
That's
but
a very hard question to answer. But
yeah, rook d3.
looks pleasant. I mean, I just knew that this game will be okay, but he was kind of, I don't know, thinking too much, so I didn't want to clarify things yet. I just thought that it was a bit too soon, so I just
Yeah.
want to keep the pressure and just to force him to make
He sort of consolidated here. It's it's
yeah.
very minimal advantage now. H6 might be a useful move. H6, king h7 to put the king.
Yeah,
in the
yeah,
corner.
yeah, but I guess he was afraid of knight b6, yeah, and
now
after
it's-
this,
it's-
yes,
this is
yeah,
already
after
very
actually
big.
rook d1, I think is, objectively speaking, the best move in this position because I don't know, I was just thinking for a
Well,
while.
now you want to fight for the d file,
Yeah.
and get the knight on d6.
And knight on d6 very common, so yeah, I just
6.
and of course, capturing a knight for looks like the move that you don't want to play because it's just
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
but
know,
this
I
was
feel
this
like
was
that.
great.
yeah, just easy rook d7 and then
Now you're
just
threatening bishop c6.
bishop c6. Yes, that was kind of sort of my
Take.
trick there. And yeah, I was wondering between
We don't have any more moves, but I think
king h1. That's
king
what I played.
h1. threatening
And he
this.
played rook c5, rook c7, queen e8, and then I just play h3. And
Yeah, now I just want to go king h2 and
yeah,
queen
and queen
d6.
d6, queen a4. I mean, both moves are just
Wow,
for the win.
very nice. Very nice win, Emilio. Congratulations on your first win. Now you have 2 out of 3. And of
Yeah.
course, you know, you have played few of this before, this norm events, right?
Yeah, I mean, I just play in Charlotte. I lost the first 2 games too, so at least now I have improved my score in comparison to that.
It's tough to play these norm seekers, hunters, you know.
Yeah, there are hunters, and when you are not so
motivated,
in good shape and motivated. I think the most important part for me is motivation. So I was
absolutely. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know, but maybe our audience might not know. Where do you live right now, and just a little bit about yourself, and also how do you like the tournament here in San Jose? This is a new location for 1000 GM. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I was born in Peru. I'm 31 years old, so I Grandmaster Emilio Cordova. Well, you can see on my name.
Of course.
Yeah, and well, it's now currently I'm living in Peru. I used to study in Webster University, actually.
In St. Louis. Emilio was in St. Louis for what, 4 years?
Yeah, 4 years. Yeah,
4 years.
I got on a scholarship Susan gave me, so it was very generous though. So I just finished my my major, and now I just moved back to Peru to stay with my family, and now I just was kind of trying to play kind of sort of decent chess. That's kind of sort of my goal. I mean, I just want to try to get back to my peak, but I know it's going to be really hard, but we'll see.
What was your peak rating, Emilio? You're right now listed as 2550 around 2542.
Something, yeah.
So your peak was
2660.
2660.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's really incredible. Yeah, 2660. And
yeah,
you were, how old were you at that? 25, 26?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
wow,
I think I was
2660. That's amazing. Yeah.
But then I just I went to university, and of course it was hard for me dealing with the studies and playing chess. And
it's hard. Yeah, once you
combine, yeah, it's kind of, you have to set yourself the mood that you are not anymore a professional player, so you will have to kind of be kind sometimes with yourself.
Absolutely.
And I wasn't, so yeah, and I forced myself to play a lot of tournaments, and then I just you can see my rating.
So you still enjoy playing tournaments?
Of course,
you still enjoy the traveling, the playing?
Yeah. I mean, probably this year I just played too much, and I'm just kind of sort of exhausted, to be honest. So I just was kind of pushing myself to play. I knew that I was just really tired, and actually I'm really tired. But just trying to do my best, just going one game at a time and see how it goes. I mean, still I enjoy playing chess in general, but to be honest, nowadays to be a professional, you have to kind of spend, just being a professional, like 8 hours per day at least.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, it's just going to be really hard. So I want to push myself to train harder, but we'll see. I mean, playing a lot of tournaments, then it's probably, and you don't have time to analyze.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to analyze your games. You have to also check the openings all the time, make sure.
Yeah, because I'm playing the same thing since I was a kid, so it's just like
no
improvement there. So I just want to try to change that approach at some point, but we'll see how it goes. I mean, the location here is just pretty nice. The organization is just very smooth, and I'm just very happy to always play in such type of events. I hope that they will continue organizing this type of
we are
events.
hoping. We're absolutely hoping, that we can continue this in 2023. The plans are also to have tournaments in St. Louis. I actually organized 2 events in St. Louis, and there were some events in Los Angeles, and this is the 3rd location, San Jose. So we're trying this out. So hopefully it will be these 3 locations we will try to do in 2023. And tell us a little bit at the end your future plans. Are there any other tournaments you're scheduled to play?
Oh yeah, I'm going to play in Carlos Torre, in Mexico, Merida. And then we'll play probably till the next year, till May or something like that. I just want to make a pause because I just want to.
So you will play that tournament, then take a little break.
Yeah, big break.
Big break.
Yeah, because I'm
studying
and just improving my chess and just analyzing.
You have to. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's just very hard nowadays. So yes.
Very good. Congratulations on this win, Emilio, and hopefully we'll see you again here after your other wins. We'll love to talk to you here.
I hope.
And very nice seeing you. Thank you very much for joining us, and we'll see you in a little bit as well.
Oh, thank you, Var. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Bye, guys.
And you can ask Zoe to come if she's ready.
Sure.
Yeah. So thank you, Emilio. This was Grandmaster Cordova winning a smooth game against Samrukh Narayanan. And very, very smooth game. A really nice positional play and getting a good position and converting this positional game into a full point here. And now he's got 2 points out of 3. Grandmaster Cordova. Tough game for Samrukh Narayanan. He lost both games here earlier against Mark Heyman and against Cordova. So Narayanan is in a similar situation as Josiah here. They need to win the remaining 6 games to get that 6.5. So it'll be a tough task to do it, but it's still possible. Mathematically, it's possible. What is going on in this game here? We have some development here. So, okay, so Rook F7, Rook AD1, doubling up the rooks. And now Knight E7, perhaps. Knight E7 with the idea to bring the knight. The knight on G6 is misplayed at the moment. And now bringing Knight E7, Knight F5 and putting some pressure. That would be very, very important, okay? Knight E7, Knight F5, nice attack. Very, very nice attack in this position. But, so that didn't happen. Now I like black here, especially the time situation. 1.5 minutes for Ostrovsky and against about 11-10 minutes for Katz here. Alright, and this is now completely winning position for Mark. We left it off right around here, guys, when he won the exchange. King F1 was chosen to play. Bishop B8. He went here. Picking up F5. Picking up more pawns. I mean, the idea is what? To play this move, but then Queen C8, no? Bishop is hanging and then simply just push. Yeah, this is just winning. So I expect to see Mark win another one, and that's going to be very good for Mark because 2 wins and a draw against Grandmaster Stramavicius. So yeah, this is going to put him in a really, really good position here for a norm with 2.5 out of 3 and having already played 1 game against the Grandmaster. So guys, watch out for Mark Heyman. He's on a route to get that final IM norm, but perhaps he can get the GM norm instead. And here we have, yeah, looks like Max just really misplayed this endgame pretty badly here. Right around here, this was just heading towards a draw here. I mean, he was better actually earlier. I mean, Bishop C6 should have been played. I mean, he was the one who was pushing this endgame, and then some inaccuracies happen. And yeah, just A4 was the easy draw. This is a draw. Just Rook F2. Just simply play Rook F2 and just force a trade, and things started to get out of control here. And now Titas is pushing. Now Rook E2 is coming and Rook D1 mate. So yeah, this is just pretty much over now. Threatening mate. You have to go here now, check. And this is very nice. You go boom here. Forcing the trade. And then push the pawn on D2. So yeah, we should have Grandmaster Stramavicius winning his game. And we'll try to get him to join us. And then that will leave us with 1 game of Ostrovsky. And Mark is also winning. We have to try to get Mark as well here. He had a spectacular day winning 2 games in a row. And this is another one that it's hard to tell what is going on here. So we have time pressure situation for Ostrovsky. Question is if Katz can do anything. Rook E4 looks like a good move. Yeah, difficult position here for Alex Katz. All right, let's take a look to see what we got going on in the IM section. Joshua Schenk won already, and so that's now he has 3 points. It looks like Black is doing really well in this round, and then we have Zoe winning. Yim is still playing. Now Yim is probably gonna win, and here we have Wow, my goodness. Looks like it's going to be 4 wins for black in this round. That is incredible. That is incredible. Looks like it's going to be 4 wins in this round. Knight takes here. Bishop g4. If you go back 93, bishop will sink in here. And king will come here. Yeah, it's going to be really, really hard to hold this position. So looks like Chiron is doing really well. And Joshua Sheng, when the norm givers are winning all these games, it's kind of tough because they're sort of eliminating the chances of the hunters, you know. So we usually like to see some surprises, some draws at least, because if the norm givers just win every game, that's just gonna make it harder. I remember the tournament in St. Louis when Ilya Nizhnik went 9-0, and that was a really, really tough one. But we only had, I think, one guy getting a norm there. But okay, so here, ooh, this is now a draw. What happened? Okay, so rook e3 was played, consolidating. a5, I guess, was maybe necessary. Oh, okay. Oh, he took. Why did he take? He has to keep the pawn on c5 alive. Queen d4, centralize it, and then bishop f7. Slowly try to win this, and then c4. This is going to be very hard to win. This is going to be super hard to win, for example, because let's say even here. Yeah, I think this is serious chances for a draw here, we see. But again, the players are getting low on the clock, 3 minutes each, so it's tricky. It's a tricky one here. Small chances here for Erdene to try to hold this, but again, he had such a nice position out of the opening. I mean, he was just full pawn up here. He got to just play bishop c3 here and enjoy this wonderful advantage, but instead played this and then sacrificed because he did not see the move knight b5. So 2 games remaining in the GM section. Most likely this one will be a draw, and we expect Chiron to try to win this. And in the GM section we have exchange of the queens proposed. That's why this rook e4 was a good move, because it would have stopped this queen g4 ideas. Now if exchange occurs, still black is better. b4 is weak, d4 is weak, so I would like knight e2. Let's say king here, maybe take this. Can you play like this? Yeah, why not? And play this kind of position. So very little time here, very little time for Ostrovsky. He's basically playing on increment here, and Mark is just completely winning here. I'm not sure what he did here. He took on a6, rook g6. Yeah, now just rook b3 is good. Takes, and bishop h5, and basically start taking stuff up the board, you know. Mark should be able to win this, and Titas is... Now what happened here? He didn't play rook e2. That's strange. Rook e2 was just winning on the spot. Now this is still winning, but... okay, so you guys are gonna go here. Check. If you go here, there's mate, and we should have... Yeah, we should have Titas winning this game, and hopefully we can get him to join us here. Check. And picking up the rook here. Looks like this is gonna be a win for Titas Stramavicius. That puts him in a 2 points out of 3 for Titas. Okay? Absolutely. That puts him in a really good spot here. Picking up the rook here. So, yeah, tough day for Gedaljevic, Max Gedaljevic. That's another player with only getting half out of 3 so far. That's another Norm Hunter that is not doing particularly well, you know. Rook f1. That's just the mate actually. So yeah, I think we're just gonna see a resignation here. The problem here, if you trade rooks, you're just not gonna be able to push this guy. So yep. So we should have some more results here. King g2 and rook e2 is coming up. Yeah, that should be a win. All right, I'm gonna go really quickly, try to get a couple of more interviews, guys. I should be back very shortly, okay, with some special guests. Okay, guys, we have a special guest here joining us. Josh won another game now, 3 in a row.
Yep.
And let's take a look at this game. This was an interesting game. It wasn't such a simple game.
Yeah, I did not get a good opening position, I think.
This is the game.
Yes.
And you were playing Chavit.
Yes.
And but I thought he put up a good fight.
Absolutely.
You know, despite his rating, he played well in this game.
Yeah, I
and
agree.
looks like he had some decent opening prep.
Yeah, I don't really
do you know
remember.
this knight fd7? Sometimes they go and then e5.
Yeah, I
or-
thought that his move order with knight bd2 instead of bishop e2 first. I think this is wrong because the knight belongs on the c3 in the knight fd7 setup.
Yes.
Yes.
So you could have done
yeah.
this if you really wanted it, yeah, and then play this move. But
Yeah.
you went this way. And here I was wondering, normally you react with a6, yeah, to this move.
Yeah.
So this you have b5.
Right.
And then I was curious about this move, and then I discovered the computer says just c5. And says that you can't take this a5 pawn as always hanging. And claiming that this is playable.
That's a bit deep for me, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's... Yeah. So you went here. You were not worried about this liquidations
Nope.
too much. No swap.
Yeah, but I think I played inaccurately here. So I think queen e7 is fine, but I think I should play e4 faster.
Yeah, I
because
think e4 is probably necessary, yeah? e4 and play this position.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel that great to me. I don't know.
Here's this a5.
Yeah, I guess I can close it.
f5. But he does get this c4 and
Yeah, but I'll get the d5 square. Okay,
yeah,
life goes
take.
on, I guess.
Yeah, it's a playable position. But somehow, the way the game developed, you played here and now queen b3. Now you no longer can play this f5.
Yeah, I'm surprised to see the computer ranks this so low. My position felt pretty unpleasant in the game.
Now he's basically tickling here with this. Some queen c6 ideas coming up too. Takes.
I thought rook
I actually had a similar structure against Fabiano Caruana once. It's not easy to play this.
I thought that he would play e4 on the last move, actually. I didn't think that he should let me to play e4. Like, after takes 6, I thought he would play
Oh,
e4.
he
there.
plays e4 here.
Yeah, I thought that looks pretty good for him, but maybe not. I don't know.
Rook fd8 and something like this. Yeah, as such.
I guess the bishop on h2 is bad, so the computer wants to play f6 and live, but that looks a little bit silly to me.
Yeah. Rook fd1. Rook ab1.
Oh, well, looks a bit silly, no?
Yeah.
I guess the bishop on h2 is pretty bad.
I don't think you have any problems here, do you?
Yes.
Queen
yes.
f7
Yeah, it should be
coming.
fine.
Yeah, so, okay, you didn't want to, I guess, commit to this pawn. But, okay, I didn't understand this move knight d2.
I also thought it was pretty bad.
Should go here, no? Knight d4. And
Yeah.
I was a little bit worried because the squares are kind of like this. Knight c6. It was showing some serious advantage for white here. I don't know why.
I missed knight a7.
Yeah, this knight is...
And it will provoke c6 from me.
Oh, yeah. And then now this is hanging. Yeah.
Yeah, and I guess somehow I lose a pawn at some point.
Yeah, absolutely.
A little bit complicated.
Yeah, 92 was definitely a good
wrong.
break. Now you're happy. But he did play okay after this too. He sort of... He could have maybe trade one pair of rooks and then put a knight on d4.
Yeah, I think that should make it
That
easier
should
for
make
him
it
to
easier
defend.
to defend.
Yes.
But he did... Did you consider this queen g8 move?
Yeah, I thought about it for a long time actually, but I thought after takes and then g4.
It's a very good
which
move,
I actually
g4, yeah.
I actually didn't think that I could win here because I can never take on d4 and then b3.
Rook b2 always,
rook
yeah.
b2. So I didn't know what my plan would be here. So I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, there's no concrete plan here that we can just do. Maybe rook d7 and
Yeah.
double the
I thought
rooks.
it'd be better to keep more tension and keep
Sure.
queens for now.
And now it's getting also a little bit low on the clock, which is in your favor.
Yep.
But again, there was one moment here he played this, but he should take with the rook, and it says he's absolutely fine here. Which...
Yeah, I think he missed that on rook d5. He's knight c7 or something like this. I don't know what he
Yeah,
missed,
it's
but
so
I think
just-
that I think he should definitely take with the queen.
Yeah,
So I was
but
waiting
after
for
this,
rook
did you see that you had this queen b3 move?
Oh, what?
Yeah, apparently it's super strong. I just want to win the pawn. And the point is, if he defends, then you get the rook on d5.
Right.
That's just really bad for
Wow.
him.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just...
I guess on knight d6 I'll always have rook f8. So, wow, that's a
I'll
little.
just say,
Yeah.
and then take. So,
Wow. Okay. No, I did not see
Yeah.
that. No.
yeah, it's just a very strong moment here, but even here,
No, I still get to trade a pair of rooks, I think, so it should be fine.
yeah, it's some very accurate play he has to show here to have any chances, and you just slowly neutralize everything. Apparently queen a4 is good here, just gobble the pawn.
Yeah, I thought queen d2 would make some counterplay for him.
And
there.
it's a bishop g5. I don't know. Yeah, but yeah,
I thought this was
you just
safe.
wanted to play safe and
Yes.
control.
Oh, apparently this is some horrible.
Wait a minute. Queen d3, queen a2 he has. My goodness.
I thought queen d2.
Queen c4.
Oh no, I didn't see queen c4.
And now knight c5 is coming in. It's going to be lots of threats now. Knight c5, king g7, knight d4.
Wow.
Disconnecting the communication between the pieces. Oof. Big trouble now, Josh.
Yes. Lucky me.
Wow. Queen a2 was a game changer. Evaluation dropping from -4 to +1.5. My goodness. Yeah, you're completely winning here. Just had to be h5, king h7, get those pieces in first, and
Yeah.
you got the victory here. Oof. Big slip here, big slip, but he did not see it. Trade, and I guess check and get the rook behind it. Okay.
Yes.
He gave you a good fight.
Absolutely.
He gave you a good fight, despite being one of the lower ranked players in the tournament. He gave you a good fight and made you work. So good performance by your opponent. But yeah, Queen A2 was an interesting resource that he had,
Yes.
unexpectedly. Thank you, Josh, for joining us. Great start, 3 out of 3. We wish you good luck in the remaining 6 rounds. And you can ask the other players to come if they're ready.
Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck tomorrow. All right, guys. Grandmaster Joshua Sheng, and winning his 3rd consecutive game and getting 3 out of 3 at the moment here. We should have, I think, 2 more special guests, and then we're going to wrap up the show. This has been a very, very interesting round with lots of decisive games here. Yes. Yes. Okay, here we go. Hello. We have another guest here who just won his game, I believe. Let's see here. Okay. Wow, this is a nice position. So we have international master. Let's see, Alex Katz. And very good day for you today. 2 wins.
Yeah, I mean, can't complain about the result.
Yeah, result is good. Result is good. The first game against Josiah was not so clear.
No.
It looked like he had some pressure on you there at some point.
Yeah, I thought I had a very nice position from the opening, and then somehow I overestimated basically everything.
Yeah, and it got very messy. But let's focus on this game today. And you were playing Alex Ostrovsky.
Yes.
So the opening seemed pretty quiet, Italian, some developments. But one thing I noticed, he was spending a lot of time.
Yeah.
And
yeah, I assume he felt that for his tournament, this was a must-win game. So he spent a lot of time trying to create some kind of
how did he
complications.
do it? He had a draw.
I think he had 2 draws.
He threw draws, so he was trying to win this.
Yeah,
very
I
hard.
think he only has 4 whites, so I think he felt that this was a requirement.
Important. Okay. So,
but he did some strange stuff by playing a4 and bishop e3.
Yeah, this, and also, yeah, I wasn't so sure. I was. You did everything solidly, and now knight h5.
Yeah, this was
Big time advantage for you. By looking at the clock, big time advantage for you, and which is always going to be important in this one-time control when you don't have that bonus time after move 40. So here, okay, I kind of like what he did, but just the issue was the time. So here you realize, right, that basically after g3 he wants to play d5 now, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And because he took away that f4 square, and you made the right decision. Absolutely, best decision is to take on d4. He took back.
Yeah, I spent quite a bit of time here because somehow I thought my position should be better than it was. I didn't feel like I did anything wrong, but somehow it's actually a little unpleasant.
Yeah, it's a little bit unpleasant somehow, but okay, taking maybe, I don't know. It's hard to tell which position he should be aiming for here. He can also play this position with h5.
Right, but I thought this should
knight
be very
h8,
dangerous for him. Like objectively,
bishop f4.
Bishop f4 I didn't look at.
And then he wants to go knight e3. He actually wants to allow you to take this and basically put the knight on e3 and queen d3. I don't know if this is something he could really do, but
it's interesting. But I felt with him having like 3 minutes at this point,
yeah, it's not gonna play like this.
It's very difficult because all the pawns are weak.
Yeah,
I have like queen b4
lot of
sometimes,
weaknesses.
queen e8 sometimes.
Yeah, so he took, but that opened you up. The f rook is very happy. You have some pressure. Queen f5, queen b3. Yeah, you definitely have the more pleasant position here, I think.
Yeah, at this point I thought it was clear that he didn't really know what to do. Queen b3 and rook d1 are just kind of moves to.
And here, I don't know. Somehow this knight e7 plan was interesting to put the knight on f5.
I was looking for a moment to play knight e7 f5, but it felt slow. I think I overestimated my attack here.
So he kind of pushed you back a little bit before.
Yeah, I kind of wasted some time.
Now another weakness on b4 to deal with.
Yeah, and then this move didn't make a lot of sense at all.
Yeah, queen g4 he should play immediately. Trade, and
I
think his position is still probably okay. But again, when you're playing on increment, you
yeah, I mean the problem for him is like he has to get all the pieces off to not get mated. But if he gets all the pieces off, the endgame is still miserable.
Yeah.
All his pawns are in dark squares.
Yeah. You also had some queen e4 option here.
Yeah, and then this is queen f5 was probably not a great move because I thought after queen g4 I'd rook takes e3, but it doesn't quite work. So I have to go for this endgame, which is still pleasant, but maybe it's actually the best I can get. Apparently.
Yeah, endgame is good. I always thought these endgames are going to be pleasant because now knight is coming to f5, inducing weaknesses. Now you go back on f4.
Yeah, it felt relatively clean from here, but I don't know. I was disappointed not to mate him, but I guess the prosaic way works too.
And this is
I
end
guess
of
I
the
haven't
game.
caught up yet. Not quite. I took
Knight-
on G5, Knight F5, Bishop B8. I don't remember what he played here, but I played H5 and
H5
collected
just
all the
collects
pawns.
everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, yeah, it's just. Yeah, no, good win at the end. It was a tough game. It was not an easy game, but you managed to turn the game to your advantage. Okay,
Yeah,
and
I'll
win
take the
this.
result.
Absolutely good result, and with 2 wins, and you drew your first game against Grandmaster Belarus, so you already played one of the strongest players. So you have 6 games remaining, and what do you need? 4 points?
Yeah, +2.
Okay, +2. Okay, no, absolutely. Congratulations on a great day.
Thank you.
We wish you good luck in the upcoming 6 rounds, and hopefully you can get that 6.5 points.
So,
And we'll be here. If you play a good game, draw or a win, you want to come talk to us, I will be here doing the live interviews like this, and we appreciate you coming by and showing us this game. This is a very interesting game. It was not an easy game. A lot of these decisions were not easy to make, like here, for example. Because you're changing the structure, and sometimes there is always a concern when you give up the center like this.
yeah, these positions are always very difficult.
Yeah.
You always have to calculate D5.
Sure.
You always have to calculate.
Yeah, he could have maybe
Everything.
take with this if he played safer, but I don't know.
Yeah,
if
but
he,
I felt.
he was also trying to play for a win. So
Yeah, and I thought he needed to be
yeah,
a little more
so
aggressive. But also
something
after
like
Knight
this.
D4, I thought Knight G5 probably would scare him. I don't know if it's objectively anything, but
Right.
probably it's not. But I was like, okay, I can play Bishop. I don't know.
Knight H4. Okay, this gets really crazy now.
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
I felt he wouldn't go for it.
Yeah, yeah, gotcha. Okay, thank you very much, Alex. We'll get some rest and get ready for tomorrow 2 rounds. Okay.
Thank you.
And absolutely,
having
good
me.
luck. Absolutely. Okay, guys, we are getting to the end of the show, and we might have one more guest. I don't know, depending who we have. So we have all the games have been completed here. Let's go over the result. Belarus drew against Josiah. Alex Katz won against Ostrovsky. Mark Heyman won against Harshid. Emilia won against Samruk. And Max Gedaljovic lost against Titas Stramavicius. And in the IM section, we have also quite a few results. Now we have Joshua Sheng won. We had him here. Odando drew against Alexander Hyman. Zoe won with Block, and we have 2 games remaining here. This game is going to be very long. Yim is going to try to win this, but I think it's going to be more like a draw. And we have this game here. Kyron is still pushing, but I gotta tell you guys, it looks like this might be a draw here. So let me see if I can find Zoe to get her, because these other 2 games are probably going to go for a long time. So I'll be right back with you guys.
This one or this one?
No.
This one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we have our last interview, and special guest Zoe Tang, and you won your first game in this tournament. Congratulations! So you lost the first game, then you drew the second game, and perhaps you even had some chances at the very end.
I had a lot of chances.
Yes, and then you managed to win this game against Mike Zalozny here. Let's take a look at this game. I like this game. So knight f3, Mike went g3, and were you expecting this kind of setup, or this was just like?
No, because like my opponent I saw in the database always plays the Nimzo Larson instead of the Ready, so I was kind of surprised by this choice.
Yes. So okay, c4, d4. Why not? Grab the center. b4. So he's playing some Benko style position. You play this way, okay? And if he captures, I guess you can play this knight e4, right?
Yeah, I was actually planning castles
Or
first,
knight
just to be
fd7.
safe.
Yeah, sure. Knight fd7. e5. Okay, there was an idea to play knight a6 here, but it's not so clear because after b5, knight c7, let's say a4, he will place with some e3 here, and sometimes this pawn on b5 could be a little bit unpleasant. So b3, yeah, if you take, looks like he has a good benko, yeah? Bishop takes, knight e4, knight e6, so you don't want that. Rook e8, knight f6, a5. Yeah, there are two different ways he can play here. He can also play like bishop a3 and just try to collect the pawn. So the question is, where do we put this knight for you here? Because it seems like you're just like one or two moves behind to be completely fine here. Like, let's say you go here, he takes, like you need one or two moves here to consolidate here. Rook b8, knight d2, bishop b7, rook fb1, and knight c5, queen a2. And what he will try to do is to play maybe knight e4 to try this knight and maybe have a small advantage maybe for him at this point. But he played a5, and looks like he just wants to play a6. Yeah, knight c6, a6, which was not bad actually. This was actually what the engine was recommending. Knight d2, took. So at this moment, what you were thinking, it's still, you felt okay, or you felt like maybe slightly better for white here?
Oh, I actually liked my position because I thought, white's pieces on the b file
B file,
would be kind of weak.
Sure. So Mike took, okay, this was a mistake because basically now he's going to have to give up his c pawn. Instead, he could have opted for this move, bishop takes b7. So if you take with the queen, there's this tricky move, knight d2 back.
Oh, wow.
Allowing to take and then using the tactic to win it back. So this is very important detail. So in this case, you're going to have to take it back with the rook, and I guess he goes bishop a3. You're fine here. You go knight e6. It's just a game. It's just a game where you have this pawn, but it's probably not really going anywhere. And bishop e7, probably just going to be close to equality, something like this. Queen c2. You will have your chances here as well. h5 maybe. But yeah, Mike, really, this was a mistake here, taking this pawn on a7, because now queen b6, hitting the rook, takes, bishop b7. Now cannot move the rook, it's hanging, takes, and now your position is a little bit more pleasant. Yeah, this I'm not sure. Maybe he can play rook fa1, but queen b6, and you're just playing more pleasant position here. I guess he can play maybe queen a5 here. This was a better choice than queen h6, because actually queen ends up not really doing much here. There was no mating threat, so queen a5 apparently is the way to go to try to hold a balance. I don't know if it's possible, but looks like he can maybe get some counterplay going with this, to hold a balance. But queen h6, you played really well here, rook c2. And here actually a very interesting moment. You took, maybe this giving away a little bit of your edge, but this was actually quite strong too. You go here, and he can barely move, so bishop g5, and now apparently this is just super strong for you, because takes, you take with a pawn, allowing this move bishop f6, but at the end of the day, you just go here and say, what is your threat? And now you're just going to push. You got this under control, and looks like you're just going to probably win this. So this was another option instead of taking. This gave him a little bit of a break, but it's still unpleasant. This was an excellent move, threatening rook b1, and yeah, he just lost control here. Rook a7, dropped the pawn, and the finish was very nice. I mean, everything was winning, but I was trying to decide which move you're going to play, because you also had f5 here.
Yeah.
Complete control, f5, and nothing moves. So you can actually play also knight g5 here, but this is very nice. Queen f3. taking and knight g5. All right, excellent. Congratulations, Zoe. Tell us a little bit about yourself. How old are you?
My name is Zoe. I am a women's international master recently. And,
Congratulations.
I am 14 years old.
14 years old. And where do you live?
Oregon.
Oregon. Okay, so you actually flew in for this tournament from Oregon. Wow. Congratulations on your WIM title.
Thank you.
And so you're here to fight and hopefully get the IM norm.
Hopefully, yes.
Hopefully, absolutely. And how do you like this tournament 1000 GM? Is this your first or second time playing?
This is my second time playing at 1000 GM. This is my first norm tournament here.
Norm
though.
tournament, yes, absolutely. I think you played in a previous event in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, so that's excellent. And we're glad to have you here compete in this event. And we wish you good luck in the upcoming 6 rounds. And hopefully we'll see you again here after your future wins, okay? Okay, guys, thank you very much. Thank you, Zoe, for joining us. And I think we're going to close the show now. And it's been a lot of fun. We had a lot of great interviews. We have 2 games remaining here, but I think this game's going to go very long time. This is one game, Zoe. Austin May against Guillaume. Austin pushed very hard. He had a draw. He didn't want to draw, so now he is suffering. But looks like he's probably going to hold. And this one is probably a draw here. Chiron against Edene. So it's going to be very hard to do anything. So looks like this both games going to end in draw. Thank you guys for watching the show, and we'll be back tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Pacific time for the round 4 coverage. Thank you, everyone. Grandmaster Var Akobian. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.